Total Tutor. Our success is your success. This is our motto, and we truly believe in it. Total Tutor is a 24/7 online tutoring company that is focused on empowering students in all stages of their academic endeavors. As a business, we initially made many assumptions that we have tested by conducting research and talking to potential customers and receiving feedback. From this feedback, we have changed our initial assumptions and made many pivots to create a successful online tutoring venture. Now let's dive deeper into our assumptions to show you how our company will bring all of us success. The most important thing we can talk about is our value proposition. Our value proposition is centered on truly caring and wanting the best for each individual student. Total Tutor will also partner with K-12 educational institutions and universities to support their tutoring services. Total Tutor will provide educational institutions with a platform and tutors to provide 24/7 tutoring services. This will allow educational institutions the ability to provide help to their students at all times throughout the day, not only during school hours. We believe our services will increase educational institutions' performance by increasing individual student performance. Another great value to students is that they can use this service once, can ask expert questions, receive help from their peers in a community chat room, or they can subscribe and receive a weekly tutoring appointment. Our customers have many different problems when it comes to academic success. The biggest and most common problem was that their friends and family do not know how to help them. They either forgot what they learned about the subject or they have not received training in the subject. Second, many students are scared to ask for help and fear of judgment from their peers. One interviewee said that, "I would feel more comfortable receiving online help than I would going into a tutoring center on campus." This tells us that students want an anonymous way to receive academic help. Third, teachers and professors don't have enough time to help every student. Also, students may not have the time in class or the ability to stay after school to receive help because of sports or work. This limits their ability to receive help from their teachers and professors. Finally, many students have not received help in the past, and because of this, they continue to have low academic success. We believe that our business can help solve these problems and return lost motivation to students. Now let's take a look at the customer gains. Our company and our services will include many powerful gains for our customers. Our service will allow students to receive help in their home from outside their home. They can enjoy the peace and quiet of their home and receive top-notch assistance in their homework. This is not only beneficial to the student, but also to their parents who may lead very busy lives. Second, our service empowers students in asking for help by providing a private platform for them to receive academic help. Their friends nor their family will ever have to know they are receiving private tutoring. This will encourage them to receive help using our services. Finally, we will help to motivate students by showing them that academic success is possible, and once you have learned how to be successful in school, you will receive a sense of fulfillment and accomplishment. Now that we have discussed the pains and gains of our customers, let's talk about our MVP and the research that was conducted. After our interviews, we concluded that we had to change our prices. As you can see from the pictures, originally we thought that 45 minutes of tutoring would be worth $19.99. We soon found out that $7.50 for 15 minutes or $14 per half an hour is what customers were willing to pay. Also, we included more subjects in math, science, and writing. We changed these broad subjects into algebra, calculus, geometry, chemistry, physical science, biology, reading, and writing. Next, I want to talk about the size of our market. Our total available market is 70 million. Our total served available market is 63 million. According to the National Center for Education Statistics, 35 million students will be in K through 8th grade, 15 million in high school, and 20 million in college. From the Pew Research Center, we determined that only 1% of college students don't use the internet, and only 13% of K through 12 don't use the internet. This means that 99% of college students use the internet and would have access to our services, and 87% of K through 12 would have access to our services. Now let's break down our total served available market and talk about our specific customer segments. We have 3 customer segments. 1, university students. 2, educational institutions. 3, K through 12 parents. K through 12 parents are our early evangelists, and we believe that they will be the first to use our services. This is evident from the excitement of parents that have students this age from the interviews and research we have done. We have also developed an empathy map and customer archetype for each customer segment. I would now like to transition into each specific customer segment. Our first customer segment are college students. Our customer archetype is Chase Long. Chase is a finance student and wants to receive the best possible GPA that he can. He admires his advanced investments teacher who was a chief trader on Wall Street. Chase has many pressures on him to distract him from his work. Most of all, his roommates always want Chase to stop doing homework and to go have fun. Also, there are some assignments and concepts about finance that he just can't understand. He would like to not have to go to campus to receive help. He would enjoy something online. Our service is perfect for Chase. He can get help from home any time of the day. Now let's look at a college student empathy map. First, what does a college student think and feel? A college student cares about grades and a career, but wants to spend time with his friends. He battles between his social life and his responsibilities. He is also embarrassed that he is having a hard time and wants private help. What does a college student hear? He hears pressures from his roommates, and he hears temptation to abuse his newfound freedom by doing what's fun and not what's right. He hears his roommates playing games and hanging out with girls and friends. What does a college student say and do? A college student is passionate about his dreams, but plays it off like he just wants to get by in school. He especially tells his parents that everything is okay and that he doesn't need any help. They are paying for his education, and they don't need to know that he is struggling. He doesn't want them to worry. What does a college student see? A college student always sees campuses and buildings. He sees other students rushing around working hard, or he sees students that only want to get by. He constantly is exposed to job postings and university clubs. Basically, Chase wants to excel and get a good job. Our services can help him receive help in private and help to motivate him in school. Our next customer is the Educational Institute Tutor Coordinator. Susan Johnson is a tutor coordinator for her school district. She has to worry every day about students and their grades. She is frustrated that parents and teachers just don't seem to care enough. She also has to care about her own family and how they are doing. She wishes she could find a company or a way to have the school's tutoring services be more expansive and complete. She just wants to help the kids. Susan sees students every day who need help, but they don't show up to tutoring or they don't get help at home. She always tells everyone she is doing great, but there is a huge pressure on her from parents who expect her to solve their children's educational problems. She hears other administrators say that tutoring is a waste of money because it doesn't actually help the students and it just drains the budget. Overall, she feels that she must have a way to help the students, not just at school, but at home. She is a perfect fit for our product because we can provide her with a platform for tutoring services where her students can receive help at all times of the day. Also, this would take stress from her life by not having to deal with hiring and firing tutors. She would just deal with us. Next, we will talk about our early evangelists, K through 12 parents. John and Carrie Hansen both work to be able to support their family. They are both middle-aged and have 4 young kids ranging from kindergarten to 7th grade. They don't have time to help their kids when they get home from work. When they get home, they need to cook dinner and do household chores. They need a way to help their kids with school that won't break the bank. Our product is perfect for them. They can get tutoring for their children for a very cheap price. Now let's look at their empathy map. John and Carrie have a lot of pressures from work and from their kids. They both want to help their kids, but they can't work less because they need the money. They feel bad that their kids are struggling in school. They see their kids struggle and they see sports and friends come before academics. They feel overwhelmed and don't know what to do. They hear from their children's teachers about how their children are struggling in school. Our product is a perfect fit for K through 12 parents because we can help their children any time of the day, and parents can feel satisfied that their kids are getting help and they can have a little more time to do the things that they want to do or that they need to do. Now that we know who our customers are and we know what they think, see, hear, and do, let's talk about how we will get customers to use our services. First off, we will utilize Google AdWords and SEO to find any parent or student looking for tutoring services. We will also have flyers and billboards at universities and schools advertising our services. Also, we will send advertisements in the mail to parents of K through 12 students explaining our services and how we can help them. To keep customers, we plan to send customers discounts on tutoring services, emails of new products, and have a loyalty program. We will do this to retain customers that we already have. Also, this will bring them back to use our service by allowing them to build up points until they can exchange points for services. To grow our customer base, we will run a referral campaign. A $100 credit will be given to anyone who refers their friends. We feel that word-of-mouth advertising will be most beneficial for this product. Our only distribution channel will be online sales. Our services will be given by our tutors directly to students on an online platform. This distribution channel was chosen because it allows the tutor to be at home and the student to be at home. It cuts out travel costs. Another reason this channel was chosen was because we can reach more students, and not only students that live in towns where there are tutors available. With this channel, we could even reach remote locations. Now, let's look at the two most important partnerships we could have. First, we want a strategic partnership with Google Hangouts. This partnership would be important because Google Hangouts will be used as our online platform for tutoring sessions. We would even like to get to the point where we could be on Google's toolbar. Some of the risks for this partnership for Total Tutor includes confusion using Google Hangouts for customers and that Google could steal our idea and create their own tutoring service. Some rewards for Total Tutor are a pre-built, reliable live streaming conference room for tutors and increased exposure to Google's users, prestige of being Googled or partnered with Google. Our next most important partnership would be a textbook company like McGraw-Hill. We would partner with them by placing a link to our website in their books. This would be a joint business development partnership where they would help us grow, and we could help them grow. We chose this partnership because we believe it is a good piece of marketing to have a link for help inside of the textbooks that students and parents can see. Some of the risks for Total Tutor are that parents won't see the link and that traffic from McGraw-Hill won't be sufficient enough to cover the price Total Tutor will pay to have a link in their book. Some of the rewards for Total Tutor would be an increase in sales and an increase in brand awareness. Now we will examine our key resources. First, our physical resources. For our physical resources, we will be located in Rexburg, Idaho, that has a university and a great potential for hiring talent. We will partner with Google Hangouts, McGraw-Hill, and we'll partner with Forex Web Development to build and maintain our website. We hope that our location and partnerships will drive top talent to our company. With this talent and partnership, we believe that our company will be successful. For our financial resources, we will first seek initial funding from crowdsourcing and angel investors. Once we have gained some traction in the online tutoring market, we will seek financing from VC firms in our neighbor state of Utah. We will find companies like Signal Peak Ventures that invest in tech startup and seek Series A financing from them. For our human resources, I plan to have a very relaxed work environment. People may come and go as they want and work whatever hours they want as long as they meet deadlines. I don't plan to have a huge office since most of our employees, tutors, will not be at headquarters. This will keep fixed costs down and allow people to do as they wish. I believe that this will inspire innovation. I will also allow teams to do the hiring. There won't be one hiring manager. Teams will find, hire, and fire their own people. This way, they will find exactly what they need. I also think this work environment will help me to find top talent. Our intellectual resource will eventually include our own online video platform. This will include calculators, textbooks, polls, and easy screen sharing. This will have to be patented and belong only to us, as it will be video chat software geared towards tutoring. Our two most important activities are website development and sales. First, let's talk about website development. First, we will do research to find the best firm we can afford. After we have met with this firm and told them what we want, we will enter the prototype phase. This prototype will be created and we will review it. Then some changes will be made and then we will test it on consumers. After that test, we will make some more changes and then the website will be ready for market. This was selected as a key activity because without a great website, we will not be able to keep customers. If our website is difficult to navigate and hard to use, customers will find another company to use. Our next important process was our sales process. First, in our sales process, we will focus on marketing. This will include AdWords, billboards, and direct sales to school districts. Then, once we have found leads, we will work hard to convert every person that visits our website to a user. We will keep record of how many people visited and did not become a member. Then we will work to figure out how to get them to join. Then we will deliver services through our tutors and provide support to keep customers happy. This process will then repeat. This is an integral process because the larger the company can get, the lower our prices can go. We need to be able to get customers, but more importantly, we need to sell additional services to current customers by upselling and providing great customer support. All the things we plan to do don't come cheap. Above our cost assumptions for this year, we will have roughly $720,000 in costs in our first year. Our biggest expense being salaries of our tutors. We plan to have 100 tutors by the end of the year doing 2 tutoring sessions per hour. Next year, we will lose the cost of office furniture and website development. For our first year of service, we expect to have $624,000 total revenue. We will use a subscription revenue model and an Uber revenue model. A customer can have a subscription and receive a half-hour tutoring session every week. This will cost $14 per week, or they can pay $7.50 per 15 minutes of tutor time. This will surge during busy hours. Although in our first year we will lose money, we plan to grow by at least 20% next year. As you can see, we plan to grow our revenues by 20% next year. Also, we will hire another 100 tutors. Our costs will go down because we already bought office equipment and had a website developed. Now let's talk about the 5 metrics that matter. First, direct web sales. Direct web sales would total $624,000 in the first year. I would plan on no education institutions buying a yearly subscription in the first year because of their purchase cycle. I chose this because we only have one channel of revenue in the first year, and this is direct web sales. Second, product development costs. In the first year, we plan to spend $7,000 on website development. I chose this as a metric because one way to monitor overall costs for a tech company is to make sure the R&D costs aren't going too high. Third, tutor salary per year. Operating costs would be $230,400 per year. I chose this metric because I need to know what it is costing me to run the company every year. This is extremely important so I can see where costs can be cut to maximize the bottom line. Fourth, cash burn, $96,148. I also chose cash burn because I need to know how much cash we are losing or gaining every year. Remaining cash. If we assumed we received $500,000 in financing, we would have $403,352 remaining cash. I chose remaining cash because I need to know how much longer I can run the company before running out of cash. The most important insights I received from all of my interviewees are my pricing strategy, my customer segments, and marketing strategy. At first, I was going to price 15 minutes of service for $5. Many said that this was too low, so I changed it to $10 for 15 minutes of service. Then people said it was too high. I then split the two prices and chose $7.50 per 15 minutes of service. After this change, all interviewees agreed that this was a fair price. Next, I first chose high school students and college students as my main customer segment. I was going to focus mostly on college students until my interviews. It was brought to my attention that K-12 students receive the most tutoring and that schools receive grants and state money to provide tutoring. This made me change my early evangelist to K-12 and focus more on that customer segment. Finally, I found in my interviews that social media marketing would be the best way to reach most individuals. They felt like they would be the most likely to find a tutoring website on Facebook or Instagram. They probably wouldn't use Google, but if they saw it, they would be interested. This is very important so I know how to reach my customers. Total Tutor's business environment is very important to consider. First, let's consider who the most important customer segment is. The most important customer segment is K-12. They have the biggest need for the product and the most disposable income to pay for the service. If we fail to capture this customer segment, we could lose our opportunity to gain market share. To win over this market segment, we will advertise through Google, social media, and by flyers in schools. Also, we will send direct mail to these parents. Next, it is important that we consider the economy and look to see if it is booming or contracting. Right now, the economy is booming. Unemployment is down, and tax cuts have enabled companies to give out more bonuses. Because of this, we believe the economy is currently favorable to our business. The economy is strong, but our business also has a lot of competitors. No one company has gained much market share, though. We believe that the research we have done and we will continue to do about what the customer wants will quickly gain us market share. We will also seek to solve problems of the customers and differentiate ourselves from the competition. Finally, there are some important key trends. Some of these trends are technologies. Google Hangouts is one of these technologies that we need to take advantage of and build a good partnership with. To do this, we will grow our customer base and increase traffic for Google Hangouts. Once this is done, we will contact Google and show them how we have created more traffic for them and ask to partner with them. The most significant strength of our value proposition is that our product aligns very well with our customer segment. This will help us to find customers willing and ready to buy our product. Our greatest weakness is that we don't provide the same level of value to each customer segment. As of now, K-12 students seem to be better served by our service offerings than college students. The biggest threat will be that other companies already have some scale and can outprice us. Finally, we have a huge opportunity because no one company has a large amount of market share. This will allow us room to build up market share in the industry. When it comes to our revenue, our greatest strength is that we will have recurring streams of revenue from subscriptions and returning users. This will help us to have stable and predictable revenue projections. We will suffer, however, from poor margins as we try to compete with the prices of larger companies. A major threat could possibly be that our customer base abandons subscriptions when schools start to pay for services. However, a major opportunity lies in future growth. We would like to not only provide tutoring services, but also test prep services and run a textbook store. As for our infrastructure, our biggest strength will be our biggest strength will be that our competitors will have a hard time replicating our partnerships. If we can land a partnership with Google and McGraw-Hill, this will put us in front of the industry. Our biggest weakness comes at high customer churn rate. Customers may just want to use our site once and then not return. This would be devastating for our company. Another threat would be that our potential partners could see the value of our company and search for a larger company with a bigger base to partner with. Finally, a large opportunity lies in partnering with a textbook company to expand our reach. For customer interface, our number one strength is that our channels are very efficient. Someone could log on and have a tutor face-to-face within seconds. One weakness is that it does not cost much for our customers to switch companies. We will need to find a way to raise the cost of switching. Also, a major threat would be customer defect to a competitor. However, our company is designed to serve many different customer segments. As we grow, we will be able to serve more people. The most significant pivots made were in the customer segments. It was found that our main customer segment and early evangelists would be K-12 parents. This was missed in our initial assumptions. Then, in our key activities, we found that social media marketing would be the most important for our company. It made a pivot from billboards and Google AdWords to mostly social media. Next, our pricing strategy and cost structure completely changed over the course of our research. This was an integral pivot as we found what the value of our product was and what cost we would assume to run the company. Thank you for your time and listening to this presentation. We look forward to working with you.